Hello Reformers and welcome back to Perisno. Now, when we left off, the ZANN dynasty has now invaded the land of Perisno, and we are not particularly happy about it because they've taken my one and only castle, which I gotta say was just very insulting. And they also just took the castle that I was attempting to take in the previous episode as well. So as you can see, I was actually around, I was around Enduin Castle, and I thought to myself, okay, first things first, what we want to do is we want to get rid of our prisoners. We want to make sure that we have a good amount of money, and we do have a good amount of money, obviously. But, before we lost Enduin Castle, we were getting a pretty decent amount of cash every single week. But now that is a little bit different. So I went all the way over here. As you can see, I made a sort of sharp turn, and there was a good reason for that. Queen Aegea was around here, and she had about 200 units. I wasn't particularly afraid of her, to be honest, because I actually thought that I would have been able to, take her on. But then I saw that there was a battle going on between the ZANN and the Elantorans at Lille, and I thought to myself, okay, we're just going to allow maybe Lille to be taken, so that maybe then I can go in there and take it back, and hopefully I'll then get it awarded to me, and then we're going to be in a really, really good spot. But who knows, Now, the ZANN dynasty, I'm going to show you the map after this, but yeah, the ZANN dynasty have been really good with doing their thing, They've been taking a lot of things, and you'll see. Anyway, 13,808 orums. That's fantastic, thank you. Give me all those. And I'm actually wondering whether I should buy some land in Elsinore, because I have so much money. I have 102,000, and I think we're going to be gaining a pretty decent amount otherwise. But wait a minute, where's my... Do I not have a Weavery and Dye Works here? I thought I had a Weavery and Dye Works here, but maybe I don't have to visit it, or maybe I don't have the option to visit it. Yeah, no, there you go. We do already own one of those. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to buy... Whoa, okay. I can buy 26 acres. No, I'm going to buy 5. There you go. That's 20,000 orums. That was a quick expenditure, wasn't it? Wow, crazy. Okay, so just going to take a little bit of this and sell it. I'm going to sell all the rotten beef as well. That's just utterly pointless. I'm going to sell that as well, and yeah, obviously we don't have the power drawer yet necessary to be able to use those. Going to check for some bows here, because you never know. Something's... Oh, that's fantastic. That looks really, really cool to me. I'd love to be able to use that, but you know how it is. Yeah, you know how it is. Okay, so that's a little... Yeah, okay, so the thing that I have in my inventory right now is pretty decent, and I'm not really going to need to replace it or anything like that, but maybe it will come in handy sometime later. I'd like to get those Darkwood arrows, actually. So I'm going to buy those, because they do give a little bit of extra damage, and any extra damage that I can get is good in my book. So that's fine. And is there anything else I can get here? I could get a green metal shield, an elven round shield. Might be pretty nice. I mean, it's got more resistance and everything, and it is kind of more in keeping with the character that we're currently playing, so I could get that instead. I don't know. I don't think it's really worth it, to be honest. I'm just going to leave it. And there you go. Okay, so we just went on a bit of a shopping spree there, didn't we? Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to go around Lille again. I'm going to try and find Queen Aegea, because I'm pretty sure we can, take her on. But obviously there's just the small matter of the ZANN dynasty in the area, and they're going to be a bit of a pain. I mean, as they always are, by the looks of things. They always seem to be a massive thorn in everyone's side. So, okay, so there's Queen Aegea right now. She has 838 prisoners. I am absolutely gobsmacked by that number. And she has, what does she have? 4 Knights of Doom. She has 18 Matriarch's Guards, 26 Rangers, and some Vanquishers and things like that. That doesn't sound too menacing to me. It doesn't sound like that is going to be impossible for us to deal with, but maybe I'm overestimating our abilities. Perhaps. Okay, so let's just see what Allendale can do here. Let's give him a little bit more in first aid. I know that we also have someone else with first aid, Silavethiel, but I think Allendale should just concentrate on doing his thing, and Silavethiel can just do her own thing. So, let's see. What do we want to go for here? This is going to be a little bit difficult, isn't it? Well, I guess just some more Iron Flesh, why not? I mean, you want to be able to survive, don't you? Okay, so Queen Aegea. Do we want to fight her? I mean, they're still fighting here. Okay, so what do they actually have here? Is that actually doable? Can we actually defend against that? I don't even want to do that, to be honest. So I think we're going to fight Queen Aegea and see how we do. I'm a little bit worried about this, to be honest, but I think it might be really fun to see if we can do something here. And also because she has just an insane amount of amazing prisoners that we could potentially either take prisoner ourselves or rescue them. So let's just see how it goes. Maybe we're gonna be on a pretty nice battlefield. Not really. This is not good because they are all on mounts, I'm pretty sure. Especially the Knights of Doom. The Knights of Doom are especially on mounts, so that's not very good. Alright, well, let's get into a good position, I guess. I mean, that's the best thing we can do, I suppose. I mean, I'm just going to have to wait and see, but we have 9 infantry. Okay, well, we have a bunch of fantastic cavalry, so it's about time that I actually tell them to charge in, right? So, yeah, let's do that and hope that our archers will just assist them as much as they can. I'm a bit worried about this. Oh, well. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. At the moment, it actually seems to be going pretty nicely because the Limbard squires and things like that are actually doing a pretty decent job at defending the archers, or at the very least, acting as a distraction. And that's the, that's the best thing that they can do at the moment. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right, I'm gonna be healing our units before I die. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die quite soon because these guys are not to be messed with. They're pretty good. They are pretty good, but I think we're a little bit better. I think we're a little bit better with our current situation, our current setup here. I think we're pretty, we're in pretty healthy spirits, and I think we'll be able to survive, but who knows? I mean, maybe we're gonna have a bit of a surprise happen here. I mean, they're getting to us, They are actually getting to us, and that's never a good thing, is it? Okay, I'm going to tell my archers to charge in now, because they are basically just as good in melee as they are... Well, not really, but they're kind of good in melee. And I'm going to try and do a little bit of damage here before I actually die. Maybe? No? Okay, am I dead yet? No? Yet? No? Almost. Almost. But it seems like we might actually have this in the bag. I think we might have this in the bag already, which is pretty amazing, because I actually thought that we might suffer many more casualties, but it seems like we have the dominant force at the moment, which is pretty cool. Okay, so how are we doing? No, we did actually lose 28. Yes, we have lost 28, but I suppose if those are mainly Elan Tauren units, then it's not really a big loss, because they're technically not ours. They're technically our wife's, and, she'll just replenish those very, very quickly, so I suppose that's okay. Can I actually kill some of these? Thank you very much. Okay, don't get shot now. Come on. Come on, husbando. You cannot get killed. He's gonna get killed, isn't he? As soon as I say that, it's basically a jinx, and, as soon as I say it, he's marked. He's marked for death. Yes, there we go. They are all attempting to murder me. That is not very nice of them. Well, I suppose we are technically mortal enemies. We've been picking on the Ankars for a while, because obviously they're pretty good, They're pretty good in terms of us gaining experience from them, and I'm pretty interested to see how many Elan Tauren Rangers we're going to get from this particular fight, because it's been a long time since we've seen one of those guys level up. Actually, it's been forever, because we've never seen one of them level up before. We have seen a couple of Crimson Rangers before that we've been able to take prisoner, well, rescue them, and that's it. So this is going to be pretty amusing. 20 renown only? Really? Only 20 renown? I was actually hoping for a little bit more than that, but never mind. Okay. So, what did we lose? We lost 11 Limbard Squires, some Limbard Knights, a couple of Rangers, a couple of Sharpshooters, a couple of Master Archers. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. That's not too bad. And we did take 23 of them. By the way, they have 11 Templars of Faith. Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is... Yeah, I think I'm actually just going to do the thing. The thing that we do. We hold Control, Shift, and something else, and then we can just take a bunch, and then we'll just see where we go from there. So let's just take all of those. There you go. Okay, so is there anything I'm missing here? Because personally, I could probably swap out, for example, this Beeck warrior. I don't particularly want to use that. And I mean, I could keep the inspector, could keep the mercenary sniper, but I don't particularly want a mercenary sniper. So I'm going to swap it out for something else. Maybe we're going to go for like a freelancer squire, or maybe something like, I don't know, a Perisno rune archer or something? Maybe not. Did we take everything that was good here? Because yeah, there we go. Disciples of Faith. I think they could actually be pretty good because they level up, right? Yeah, they do level up. So I think I'm going to take another 2 of those if I can. There are some Elan Tauren units here, but personally, you know, they're not particularly anything I want to dedicate time to. A Valahir Jarl. I personally would prefer to take the Defenders of Faith here, or Disciples of Faith, and we're just going to see if we can level those guys up pretty reasonably. Oh, we have an Elan Tauren Elite. This is the first time we've seen one of those. And yeah, we could just level that up and then maybe swap out both of these, I guess. Now, where's that Disciple of Faith again? Oh, there are just so many. I wouldn't be surprised if I miss it completely. Is it up here? It's up here somewhere. There you go. Thank you very much. Okay, so there's one space that we have here, and I don't know what to do. Should I get one of these? I don't know. A Valahir Jarl, I suppose, is the best, so I guess I'm just going to go with that again. And now we have 46 spaces for our army, which is just crazy. I mean, just look at the Divine Aethelings alone are going to be giving us amazing amounts of cash. I don't even know how much we're going to get from that, but I really wish I could take all of these. And that's exactly the reason why Scout has to level up. He really does, because I so desperately want additional prisoner management. Really do. Alright, so let's see. Is there anything here that's actually good? Well, that's pretty decent. That's actually pretty decent, but it is a one-handed / two-handed, so I'm not particularly happy with it. I'm going to take it anyway just to sell, but again, we don't really need money, I suppose. I mean, do we? Do we really need money? Not really. Okay, so what's happening here? Okay, so there seems to be a little bit of a fight going on outside. Ah, there are some archers. They're running from us, but I don't know why, because we're actually a little bit injured. So I'm going to go over to Elsinore, and we're going to go... Wow, there's actually a bunch of ZANN... Ooh, they have a huge amount of freelancer units. I'd love to be able to take those. Okay, well, let's actually see something real quick, just for a second here. I'm going to go over to Elsinore and I'm going to sell these, and we're just going to see what happens at Lille for the moment, because what I'd like to do, ideally, is allow them to take it and then take it back. And hopefully as a result we would be able to, well, basically claim ownership over Lille, which I think could be a pretty cool thing. But anyway, there you go. Almost 24,000 orms for 46 prisoners. I mean, that's just insane. Really, really nice. There's a Masnerian Knight. I'm full at the moment, so obviously I can't take him. But anyway, let's have a look here. What else? Oh, there's some Crimson Rangers. Oh, fantastic. I'm going to take a couple of those. So Valahir Jarl can go in here. Kaikoth Mountain Warrior. Don't really want that. Mercenary Stalker. They're good, but I'm not going to take them. Captain of the Guard, Sheriff, alright. Paladin of Faith, we have one of those. Limbard Knights, Elan Tauren Riders. I don't really care for those too much. Limbard Squires, you can go away, thank you very much. And we do have some of these, but they can also go away. Yeah, I'm being quite ruthless here with our selections, but that's only because I really, really want to have the best army possible if we're going to be taking on more ZANN. So let's take some of these. Some of the Crimson Rangers. And I suppose... Should we take some Noble Maidens as well? Maybe we should. Do they level up into anything? As far as I'm aware, they don't level up into anything, so I don't know why we would. So I guess I'll just take some High Elf Sentinels. But they level up into something, right? Yeah, they level up into High Elf Wardens, which I suppose is pretty decent. So I guess I'm just going to take a bunch of those. Why not? Maybe they're bad. Are they bad? I don't know. Maybe I really need to check their stats, to be honest, for us to know anything more about them. But yeah, it seems like we're fine. All right. So To Leal then, I guess, is our only course of action. And of course, I'm going to see if there are any big ZANN armies in the area. Like, for example, this. Hello. 132 and 134. Alright, let's do some battles then, shall we? Let's do some battles with the ZANN. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to try and earn as much renown as possible by fighting the ZANN. And to do that, of course, what would be the ideal thing would be for me to have a small army, a small elite army. But I'm not entirely sure how easy the ZANN are, because so far they have been able to basically overrun us. That's their strength at the moment. They've been able to overrun us pretty easily with numbers. But if we're able to remove that advantage slightly, you know, I don't want to like fight, you know, I don't want to have like 10 units and fight against 100. I think that would be suicide. But point is, we want to make sure that we have a bit of an advantage, but not too much of an advantage that we're going to just stomp them. So, you know, it's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit weird. Anyway, I'm going to tell my archers to charge in here. I'm going to die. Yes, I'm going to die. I kind of thought that would happen as soon as I saw how many of these guys were in the area. But that's okay. It's fine. I don't really mind about that because we are just absolutely destroying them right now. I mean, just look at the Templars of Faith are just utterly insane units. I mean, we know that, you know, we know that they are very, very powerful. So, yeah, obviously losing a couple of them is not particularly good, but I think the ZANN in general are going to have quite a few prisoners, so I don't think it really matters too much, and considering, you know, we're just going to do our thing. We're just going to do our thing. I really should not have sent our cavalry in. I actually thought that I was not going to see our cavalry reach them that quickly, but I guess I'm just not used to having cavalry that is that fast. So at least now we know that, so I can be a little bit more cautious with them. But do you see that? Crazy amounts of units immediately eliminated. Absolutely fantastic. Alright, so I'm going to just take as many as I can, which it just so turns out to be one. Yes, just one. Alright, so let's just take a bunch of these as well. There you go, there's 46, thank you. Alright, so, anything else here? I mean, these are just, I think these are kind of utterly pointless for me to take at the moment. I mean, they don't, you know, yeah, it's free money and everything, but I am kind of just rolling in it as it is. Oh, they took 4 iron. They took 4 iron from us. Well, that's not very nice of them, is it? Okay, so, as you can see, they actually don't have a lot of units. So if we just wait here, wait a minute, they're going to garrison it with 1,000 units, aren't they? I think they're going to garrison it with 1,000 units almost immediately. So maybe we should just go to 4 iron. No, there you go. Leal has been defended successfully, actually. Oh, that's kind of crazy. All right, so let's have a look. Where's the ransom broker? He's over there. Of course, it would be the last one I check. That is just the way of things, isn't it? Okay. Oh, ooh. Look at that. 111111111 orums. Fantastic. I got a little bit carried away there. Yes. Okay, so let's have a look. Is there a bow for me here? Oh, there's actually a pretty decent bow. And I can actually use it right now, which might be quite nice. It's got the same accuracy, a little bit of extra damage, and yeah, why not? Let's use it, because I'm getting a little bit tired of a slower thing, you know, slower shooting. So I'm going to see how well that does, and, you know, maybe we'll switch to it full time and just see how good it does. All right. Anything else here that I really want? I could get a blade instead of a mace. That would kind of make sense, I guess, considering we are technically an elf. I kind of like the Elmwood blade a little bit more than the Ranger blade, but the Ranger blade looks cooler. The Ranger blade looks cooler. Let's do it. Why not? Let's use it and spend cash. Yes. Okay, so these guys, they are ripe for the killing, basically. But do they have anything that I really want? Not particularly, so I'm going to go to 4 iron instead. I was actually waiting for Leal to get taken, to be honest, but it seems like that is not going to be at the moment. So instead, I'm going to go to 4 iron and see whether I can take that and maybe lay claim to it ourselves. I think that would be pretty cool. We're being a bit sneaky here, to be honest, but let's have a look. Really? Really? Okay, I thought that putting 1,060 units in Enduin Castle was a little bit overkill, but this is just... I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Okay, so... well, this is very interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. Okay, I don't even know what to say. That is just... wow. Alright. So, yeah, what we're going to do instead, then, is we're probably going to try... Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's a lot of ZANN in this area. We need to be a bit careful here. Are they going to take Azure Keep? Well, let's actually see what happens. Okay, so this guy is running away from me. He has a Templar of Faith in his prisoner hold, so I think it might be quite nice to fight him. He's outnumbering us a little bit as well, which is good, because that means we do get we do get a little bit of extra now. I was just quite amused at, please don't kill us, we surrender. Oh yeah. Okay, so you dare attack me? Yeah, there you go. Now, this is the thing. In Mountain Blade, obviously you cannot technically die. But that's the thing. If there was a death mechanic, I think it would kind of add a little bit more impact to these threats that they seem to make. You know, surrender or die, you know, that kind of thing. So if they actually did add something like that, that would be pretty cool. Anyway, I've got to tell my cavalry to charge in because we are just being, well, absolutely murdered here, so we need to be a little bit careful. Okay, so I have a much faster bow, so I'm going to use it. Yeah, let's use it. Come on now. Let's do a little bit of damage here and there. I'm going to just shoot random people, not do anything actually useful, as per usual. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's... oh, yes, this is working fantastically, isn't it? As you can see, yeah. Very nice. Okay. The speed rating is actually pretty fantastic, but... yeah, it's not really doing much, is it? I mean, you know, it's okay. It's fine, but in general, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not really a big fan of bows anymore. I mean, I used to be a big fan of them, but I seem to... I don't know, maybe in Perisno it's just not my thing. Maybe. Which is hilarious considering I'm playing basically a archer-oriented army. Isn't that amusing? But yeah, I think our archers are absolutely fine. And I think if I contribute just a little bit by doing some damage and killing a couple of people here or there, I think that's fine, you know? But I'm already out of arrows. Do you see that? Already out of arrows because our bow is so fast to fire. So maybe it was a bit of a mistake to get like that and get something like that. But we have a new sword, and I think it's about time we test it out. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. Gonna do a little bit of damage here and there. Obviously, I could put away my shield, and that would mean that I do a little bit more damage, or swing at least a little bit faster. So maybe we're gonna try that. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Does some pretty decent damage. These guys have polearms, which is quite annoying. But there you go. Wow, this horse is extremely fast. I mean, we do have a pretty decent riding skill, so I suppose that makes a difference. But I guess I'm just not used to having a fast horse. There you go. Okay, there you go. Fantastic. We actually did win that. Mightily handily, to be honest. I mean, there you go, pretty easy. We did lose 5 Templars of Faith. I suppose I really shouldn't send them in so readily, to be honest, but I don't know. I kind of just feel like they should be able to handle themselves, no? Well, maybe not. Maybe not. But we did gain a couple of extras, so I suppose that's not too bad. And then, of course, I can take these guys. There we are. And again, if you're wondering how I'm doing that, it is Control-Shift-A and click on hire. And then for taking the rescued prisoners, as far as I'm aware, it's Control, Shift, and S and click on the hire. So yeah, for those of you that want to know that, I have said it multiple times. So hopefully you got it that time. Anyway, we're done. I think we're actually done. We're doing pretty well in terms of killing the ZANN. I don't know whether we'd be able to take on a bigger amount of them than what we're currently doing. I think we'd probably be able to kill about 300 of them, but maybe we'll try that in the next episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.